we go. This is why she didn't answer your text message.
I know.
What an honor it is to celebrate John and Carol's 25th anniversary. Speaking of family and friends, we want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Steinberg, John Steinberg, for opening their home, and to others that have worked so hard to make this event so special. John and Carol, we have gathered here to rejoice with you. I'm just curious though. I want you to think back the early moments of your relationship together. John, where were you, and at what point did you have Carol, that you knew that Carol was the one?
We spent
You're next.
We spent many a night in fast food parking lots after youth service and talked across cars, just standing at our driving doors. I mean, we would stand there for an hour to 2 hours, you know.
Not even in the same car.
I mean, the restaurant would shut down. I mean, we would be talking in the parking lot.
Wow. And where was this?
At many different places, but at the actual point, and it was probably one of those times after I had invited her on our first date.
And you knew.
But yeah, because we had become such good friends, and you know.
That's awesome. Carol, in your heart and mind, when did God confirm that John was to be your husband?
I don't know, I think I confirmed it first. Probably one of those times in the church parking lot, and probably I was on staff at the district office for the Church of God. And we were at a camp meeting, and we were doing camp meeting together, and I think it was probably one of those times during camp meeting. So.
When God puts two people together and they submit to his will and plan, it brings God glory. Ecclesiastes says, when referring to the strength of men, it says, though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of three strands is not quickly broken. The Lord is the third cord. This is evident in John and Carol's life and ministry. It has been their God plan, pastoring the Church of God in a rough neighborhood in New Mexico, worship leading, children's pastor, Mother's Day out, and the best tenor voice I have ever heard praising the Lord. And you know, there is so much more. They have devoted themselves and their family to serving others inside and outside the church. And it continues today. It is a love for them. It is a commitment and a God purpose. It's a purpose that not only is placed on us and them, but in most cases is learned from our parents and others that influence us. The word love is what I want to focus on. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not boast. It does not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects. It always hopes. It always perseveres. That's 1 Corinthians 13. The Bible never says either way if Paul was married, but seeing what he wrote, I'm inclined to believe that at one point he was. He had an intricate understanding, not only in marital relationships, but in his writings to the church. He understood the very core of what love is. For love, if love was a feeling, it would be unpredictable as the wind. There one day and then gone the next. It would cling to our emotions, whether good or bad. The love of Christ for us on the cross was not conditional with how he was feeling as the nails pierced his hands and feet. When his body and his soul and his spirit was spent and the sin of the world was placed upon him, his love for us never wavered. We must conclude that love is not a feeling. It is a commitment. Thick and thin, better or worse, to the grave or the rapture. John and Carol, that is what we have witnessed these last 25 years, with your example shining before us. No matter how good it gets, no matter how hard times become, no matter the outcome of this life, through trials and blessings, through triumphs and setbacks, bliss and pain, happiness and discouragement, you both have set the stage of God's love for everyone to see. And may I add an example to 2 children you have raised, just as both of your parents have lived out before you. Proverbs says, "The father of a righteous child has great joy. A man who fathers a wise son rejoices in him." Mary Frances and Noah are products of this commitment. They are your first fruits to the Lord. So today we celebrate your 25th year of commitment, your love for each other, your legacy of example, and the strong grip holding fast no matter how strong the wind blows. John, you're already holding her hand, so I don't need you to ask that. But I will ask you to look into her eyes. John, will you continue to love Carol for better or worse, in sickness and health, richer or poor, forsaking all others, till death or the rapture? Carol, will you continue to love John for better or worse, in sickness and health, richer or poor, forsaking all others, till death or the rapture? By the power invested in me by the Lord Jesus Christ and the assemblies of God, and Gene Steinberg. Not particularly in that order. I now proclaim in front of your family and friends your continued renewed love, commitment as husband and wife. John, you may kiss your wife of 25 years.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
I don't want to get off the directions. Go ahead, John. Got your job.
Yes.
That's all I had to say.
Always. I just want it documented that I tried to submit and defer to him just now.
Okay, well, yeah, I was saving this on Tuesday as our official 25th that I was going to tell her is I've been thinking about those verses for the past few days, and the strongest thing that went through my head was that love endures no matter what. No matter what you go through, love will endure.
Yes.
And keep that in your hearts. Keep that in your hearts. And thank you again for coming. Did you want to say something? You've got the gift, not me.
Exactly. Well, I guess the same thing. I'm totally blown away today. And I just appreciate you all. And this guest list is perfect. I couldn't think of anybody else other than my dad that I would want to have here today. So thank you. I love each one of you so much. And each one of you are part of the reason that our love can endure. So thank you for loving us and supporting us. And I do, my children, I love them so much. I don't even have words. I could not do what we do without knowing that our kids are such beautiful, godly people, and we love them so much. Love you guys.
Me too.
And thank you for not killing us.
Noah drove and I kept the secret. We did a good job.
Oh, we did good.
And just one more thing, thank you to our parents for
Absolutely.
giving us the example.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much.
Noah and Mary Frances, come up here.
Yes,
Maybe I should get the shirt.
Yeah, Noah, you know
Do I need
your
to
shirt
put my
back
shirt
on?
back?
Yeah, you do.
I saw everybody else in t-shirts, so I thought it was fine.
You're fine.
That's fine.
You match color-wise. so
Yeah,
you're good.
I look like you.